Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Gloomhaven, shall we? Picking up where we left off with our Complete Beginner's Guide, and we're on the Heart of Stone part of the Guildmaster campaign, looking to unlock the Cragheart. Let's go. Meet everyone's favorite walking boulder, the Cragheart. You're badly outnumbered here, and we'll need to employ some defensive tactics. Let's go over how Retaliate works and see how we can use that to help old Craggy out of this mess. Friends call him Old Craggy. Like Shield, Retaliate is an active bonus that can either last the round or be persistent, usually with the termination condition for the latter. While active, melee attackers will have damage inflicted upon them equal to the Retaliate value after each attack. Surrounded by this many living bones, a retaliation against any attack that equates to an incredible amount of damage, assuming you can survive the round, that is. I do have 10 health. Oh, and one thing, note that Earth is infused already. Remember to click the Consume icon on the card if you wish to use the element to power up an ability. Okay, so I only have 2 cards. Not a lot to choose from. And here's a Retaliate. And here's an attack. So they say kill 4 living bones this round. So if we take Opposing Strike first, we will use the bottom half, and we could take Avalanche to just attack the 2 guys in front of us if we wish. So we'll do this and end selection. Okay, the bones are going on 74. They're going to move and attack 1, but remember they get like multiple attacks, and so innate they have target 2, so they're going to attack us twice each. That's bad for them with Retaliate. So whenever you are trying to do something, you really want to do it, and you don't want to mess it up, just lock in this. So you can see the bottom half of Opposing Strike. It says, on the next 6 melee attacks targeting you, gain Retaliate 2. That means for every attack, they will take 2 damage. And these guys attack twice, meaning they'll each take 2. Or they'll take 2 twice, rather. And it's infinite, meaning it'll last indefinitely, but after 6 attacks, it wears off. And you get experience for each time it procs. So we'll confirm this ability, and it just uses it on itself. And then we can use this to consume Earth and attack these guys in front of us. Now, this, see how Avalanche says attack 4, but living bones have a shield. So they have shield 1, which means this will only do 3 damage. But if we click Consume Earth in the bottom center, we get +1 attack on our ability, and we get an experience now for Avalanche, which is awesome. So you'll see that we could target this to hit the 2 guys in front of us, and that'll be useful because these dudes, look at them, they're going to move 3 and attack 1. So this guy can go 1, 2, 3, not hit me. 1, 2, 3, not get me. 1, 2, 3, he can get me, and so can the guy behind me. So if we kill these 2, and then 2 others come up, they will take 4 Retaliate damage from their 2 attacks. Now, Retaliate is not affected by shield. It's like true damage or whatever. So they will just take the full 4 damage, and there's no roll on it. It just does 2 damage. You don't have to attack modifier the Retaliate. And that will kill them. 2 plus 2 is 4, which will satisfy kill 4 living bones, provided this attack works. What's my modifier deck? Well, we could roll badly, but I think they rig it for us. So I'm going to click. Now, before you confirm targets, make sure that when you use an ability like Avalanche that you have rotated it properly. Remember, you can push R to rotate until you get the 2 hexes that you want. Underneath these 2 enemies, we have the purple arrow indicating that the attack is being mitigated like by a shield. Like we are, something is debuffing our attack. Either we have disadvantage or whatever it might be. In this case, it is the fact that they have this shield here, and there's a skull by them, meaning we potentially have enough for lethal damage. So let's confirm the targets. Smash them. End the turn. Living bones. So he tries to attack us, and he only does 1 damage with each attack. And notice how on the first one he got a -1, doing 0 damage. Now he's going to hit us. Remember, we want to just take the damage. We have 10 hit points. We don't want to burn any cards. So we'll take it, and then he will die. And now it's these other guys. This guy can move up and hit us. We'll take the damage, kill him. And we'll take it again. Then these guys can't get close enough. You took a fair bit of damage, but that was a great result. A well-timed Retaliate can be devastatingly powerful. By the way, you could see the active bonus from opposing strike is still, well, active. Just look at Craghart's, I always call him Craghart as a joke, by the way, it's Craghart. Craghart's portrait at the top of the screen. The little pips on the active bonus box show you at a glance how many instances remain, and you can check the effect text and XP yield by hovering over it. So what they're saying basically is we still have some usage left on our Retaliate. Did you notice how the Living Bones shield didn't prevent any Retaliate damage? Exactly. Just like traps, Retaliate damage is not explicitly an attack, and as such, will deal exactly the amount it says it will, unaffected by shields, modifiers, and the like. Right, finish off them bones and we can get out of here. Great. Okay, so now we need to finish them off. All I have, you could see if I mouse over this, how many instances of this we've got left with our Retaliate up here. So you kind of go to the initiative bar here in the bottom right corner of the box, and we have 2 uses of this left. So we're going to take a short rest. We could take a long rest, but it wouldn't kill both of them. It would just kill one. And a lot of the times with these tutorials, they want you to do it in a certain number of turns. So we're going to take a short rest. And we don't mind if we burn Massive Boulder, that's fine. Now we just need to walk up in here and kill both of them. Well, you know, we have Dirt Tornado, which is a big attack, but only 1 damage. We have Unstable Upheaval, which we could move up and target all adjacent enemies and do 3 damage. It burns. There's no Earth to, you know, consume, but that's okay. It's just extra damage. And if we did this as our top half, and then we move up with Rumbling Advance, you see how it says it's move 2, and then all adjacent allies and enemies suffer 1 damage. So we could move up, hit them with both of these, do a ton of damage, and if they live, they'll hit us and die on Retaliate. So let's go ahead and do these 2 right here. So they're going on 64 again. So we're going to do this one first, move 2, and this will infuse Earth. And we will just move here. This is all we want to do because we want to be adjacent to these 2 guys, and we'll skip movement. And now you'll see a preview. It's going to hit them for 1. So we're going to confirm the action. Again, shield does not mitigate that damage. It mitigates attack damage. Then we'll do Unstable Upheaval. And we will target these guys. And you don't really have to click anything. It's just showing you. You just click Confirm Attack. So now they each have 1 hit point. And the next part of this is adjacent allies suffer damage. Well, we don't want to do that, so we're just going to skip it. You know, we could heal if we wanted to, but we don't really need to. It's fine. I'm just going to end the turn. Pick up some money. Because they'll die right here. That's a lot of damage. That's unfortunate. We'll take the damage. And we'll take the damage. Now, I might have burned a card to not take 4 damage potentially, but this is a closed tutorial mission that's going to end once we meet the conditions. So as long as we don't die, we don't care. Well done. That looked like an unmanageable situation at first, but as you saw, if you play your cards right, wink wink, you can navigate even the trickiest situations. All right. Sweet. Craghart's on board. That's 5 mercenaries recruited. I reckon just 1 more, and we should have a large enough crew to take on some quests further out from Demon's Gate. Cool. You know, If we could find some capable of summoning allies to the battlefield, or someone capable, it'll feel like we have even more mercs still. I know some Vermlings are quite proficient at handling beastly brethren of theirs. Vermlings? We're going to recruit a Vermling? Don't let the rodent exterior fool you. They aren't all feral scavengers. Some Vermlings develop strong psychic abilities, and rumor has it one such Vermling mind thief is hunting down demons nearby. Would you say no to a demon hunter joining the guild just because she looks a bit raddish? I vote we find this mind thief and see if she fancies joining us for a chance at greater glory than hunting demons. Okay, perhaps not greater glory just yet, but glory all the same. I mean, it's still pretty good. We're going to, steal money from tombs. All right, so we're going to go to Mind Over Matter right here. And we're going to be fighting a night demon. Terrifying. No one in the marches is willing to help you find the mind thief. They all turn away when you mention the Vermling. As you are about to leave, a small girl runs up and says, "The rat lady was here. She said she's going to drive away the demons from the abandoned dungeon under the keep to the east. She gave me this." She shows you a small straw doll in the shape of a rather unpleasant rodent. You head to the keep and venture down the musty steps to the dungeon below. Enter. What you got? Meet the final member of your starting roster, the Mind Thief. What she may lack in physical prowess is made up for in her ability to control the actions of enemies and summon allies to the battlefield. Summons autonomously act directly before the turn of their summoner, always performing a move X, attack Y action where X and Y are their respective base stats. As the Mind Thief was out hunting demons, you are about to face a more serious enemy, the Night Demon. These harrowing creatures have an inherent ability to give disadvantage to all attacks targeting them, making them often tricky to deal with. Perhaps you could try taking them down with a non-attack source of direct damage, so basically something that doesn't roll a modifier. For this round, summon an ally, kill a Night Demon. A top tip for you, enemies will prioritize your summon if you are at the same range. Use this to your advantage. Okay, so if we have a summon, then the baddies will hit that first. So what can we do? Well, Gnawing Horde is the summon Plague Rat, so we got to do this. Top half. And then we're looking for something on the bottom. And, for example, right here, we could force an enemy within range 4 to perform move 1 with me controlling the action. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's nobody right now, sadly. But they want me to kill one this round, so let's start looking for other things. Okay, force one enemy within range 5 to perform attack 2 range 0, targeting another enemy with you controlling the action. That's not bad. So these traps do 3. So, I mean, this is amazing. And what we're going to do is take Parasitic Influence and Gnawing Horde. Parasitic Influence goes at 71, so they should go before us. And it looks like their range is 0 and their move is 3. So if they get close enough, we'll just move one into a trap. And that's a non-attack source of damage, the trap. So there's no modifier rolled, so disadvantage doesn't matter. So I'll end the selection. And yes, they're going on a 7, so they're going really fast. Now they're making themselves invisible, which is problematic. So let's see what happens here. Okay. So, again, you'll notice how I looked at their card that said range 3. That's their base stat. This lets them move 4 and gives them attack 2. So, this only goes invisible if they can consume dark, which there isn't that. So we'll just take the damage. Okay. So, first thing, we want to summon a plague rat, and we get to choose which tile we do that on. So I will put it right here. Here comes the plague rat. And then we'll go ahead and force one enemy within range 4 to perform move 1 with us controlling the actions. So let's get this guy that's adjacent right here to just walk into this, because then the enemy should prioritize the summon because it's closer. So I'm just going to have this guy, confirm target, move right here into the trap. Alright, how about that? Now your final objective, kill the remaining night demons. Okay. One of the Mind Thief's signature traits is access to cards with augment abilities, such as Withering Claw. While active, these grant persistent buffs to her melee attacks, but she can normally only have one augment active at a time. They handily always come with an attack attached to, in addition to setting up the augment. These demons are creeping me out, so I'll leave it up to you from here. Good luck. He's like, I'm out. Okay, so, Withering Claw is what they're talking about here. So on our melee attack, we can attack and we can add muddle and poison. And then, you know, hit them for 1, which isn't bad. And our buddy here applies poison and attacks for 2 damage. So that's interesting. Now, if we want to do Withering Claw, they have to be adjacent to us. Do we have a top half attack? We do. So we could do Empathetic Assault, which is, you know, it burns, but it's range 5, attack 4, disarm. It's very nice. So let's go ahead and just do this and see if we can win. So the Night Demon's going to go first, move 4, attack for 2. It should hit the summon, though. It does. So it prioritizes our summon, and they both do. Because as it said, if they're equal distant, the AI will prioritize the opponent. Now, we drew a ×0 on our attack, but we did poison. So enemies add +1 to all of their attacks against a poisoned character. A heal ability will cure poison but have no other effect. Okay. So in this case, I can do this right here. Now, it's funnily enough, it doesn't matter that I'm adjacent for ranged against these guys because they create disadvantage in either case. So what I'm going to do then is just I'm going to try to Withering Claw this guy because it's the only one I can hit. And if I do this, by the way, I can't Empathetic Assault because they're both the top half. And I want to just, you know, he's telling me about this power, so let's just try it. Okay, we got +0, we attacked, we put on poison and muddle. Muddle gives them disadvantage, and I can just kind of like move back and then heal and end the turn. So now it's our turn again, and let's see what we can do. I like Submissive Affliction, and maybe we take Scurry as well. We want the bottom half of Submissive Affliction. Alright, so they're going to go... Actually, they're going slower than us. Interesting. Okay, great. So the Plague Rat attacks and did 3 damage. And why? We haven't really talked about this too much, but what's great about this game is in the bottom right corner, you see this combat log. You could just look through this to see what happened. And so you see how it says Plague Rat deals 3 damage, 2 damage plus 1 from poison plus 0 for the attack modifier equals 3. So poison is great because it just adds damage if it's on them. So we, with our +0 right there, it was enough to kill this guy. Now, Submissive Affliction doesn't do anything great for us. So instead, we have I mean, the bottom half. The top half does. See how the top half says attack 2, and it adds +1 attack for each negative condition on the target, and poison will add +1. So this is going to be 2 + 3 damage, even though we have disadvantage. Now, if we draw ×0, then, you know, that's a shame. But let's go up here and just skip movement and then use this right here. Okay. You gotta love it. Alright, so they don't die. We'll end the turn. It still hits our summon, though, so we'll get there eventually. And, we have to take a short rest right here. We only have 1 card remaining. I could, though, take a long rest because my, summon will get to go, but it won't get to go if I'm at 99. So let's short rest. And, I don't mind burning that. That's fine. And let's see if we can get something fast going here. So, Empathetic Assault, and then do I have anything on the bottom? Fearsome Blade. Perfect. These are both attacks. So it's going on 26, which means our summon gets to go right now. Plague Rat finishes the job. Sick. And now, I'm going to do this. It doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to do this one, and I'm going to move. This is 2 gold, 2 gold, 2 gold. They're all 2 gold. I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to skip movement, and I'm going to skip the attack. We should get 2 experience and 2 gold. Yep. So we burn the card, and then up here, I'm going to do this as well and skip the attack and end the turn. Maybe I don't get the experience if I do it, if I don't attack anything. But either way, we got victory. I guess you too can consider yourself a demon slayer now, huh? Or was it demon hunter? Whatever. The point is, well done. I like how flustered that guy gets during this mission. He's like, I don't know what I'm saying. Now we've got the guild going. We're starting to get job requests coming in from far and wide. I'm also hearing rumors regarding the locations of powerful artifacts that could be worth investigating. In fact, you should check this one out first. A few nights ago, a falling star was said to have been seen landing in a forest clearing near Gibbet Hill, but when villagers went to investigate, there was no trace of anything having landed there. A day or so later, they started experiencing minor earthquakes emanating just north of the village, not far from the clearing. Nothing up there except an old decrepit crypt, and the villagers, being villagers, are too scared to investigate. Sounds like a magical artifact of some kind to me. You should go check it out. I recommend you bring along the Cragheart and Mind Thief. They should easily be up to the task. So now we get to use these 2 new characters in tandem in a new mission. And we'll move over here, and you can see, after following the directions from the villagers at Gibbet Hill, you come to the entrance of an old ruined crypt. It is clear someone has been here recently, as the entrance has been disturbed. Be on the guard. So, if we finish this, we unlock Chapter 1.1 and multiplayer mode. So, this is kind of the last step in the beginning tutorial of explaining the game, unlocking the characters, and I'm really excited to see how the game opens up after this point. Everyone, I hope you're still finding this series to be useful and fun, and gaining a little bit of a foothold in Gloomhaven. It really does get to be a fantastic game once you can kind of survive a little bit and understand how the game is going to play out. I will check you guys in the next episode. Take care.